while.
Oh, okay. Telegon, that's a weird question. Jack, do you watch post-apocalyptic TV show?
What? Is there a TV show called Post-Apocalyptic?
Maybe.
I doubt there is.
Is the question, do I only watch one? I might. I don't watch anything currently on TV.
No?
I do not sit down and watch anything on TV. Only Netflix or next day on YouTube. Like, I'll watch Daily Show and Conan next day on YouTube if I have the time. I just don't watch TV anymore. So I guess the answer is no. Like, I've seen, I think I'm current on Walking Dead. So that's a post-apocalyptic TV show. No, it got good again.
I refuse to believe that.
We did. We talked about it.
Did we?
Huh?
Did we talk about it?
I'm sure at one point we talked.
Maybe.
We've talked about everything. Let's be honest.
When someone starts talking about Walking Dead, I just kind of zone out now. So
we all know that season 2 of Walking Dead sucked super big time.
yes.
It gets good again.
Okay. I don't know if I want to invest the time to get back into it.
And by the way, that's understandable.
Yeah.
There's only so much time. There's only so much time. I tried other post-apocalyptic TV show, like remember Revolution?
No?
That's the one where all the power went out.
I have no idea what this is.
It was a thing. It lasted for half a season.
Okay, it wasn't a mini-series, it was an actual show.
It was an actual show, and the gimmick was all the power went out.
Remember when they did that on NBC on Thursday night in the 90s? They had a night where the power went out.
And all the
Seinfeld
shows
refused to do it because they're like, fuck that gimmicky shit. But it was like Friends, and what else was on at the time?
Mad About You.
Mad About You.
And then whatever the show after Seinfeld was at that time.
Oh, and Seinfeld didn't do it?
Seinfeld didn't do it because they're like, fuck that. We're going to keep doing whatever the fuck we want because we're Seinfeld. Which I am A-okay with.
Yeah. I guess to answer your question, Telegon, I watch one post-apocalyptic TV show on Netflix.
Yeah.
But now I'm out of it, so I don't watch it anymore. You know what I'm watching now? A whole bunch of The Binding of Isaac Rebirth on my Vita. While my wife watches something else. That's what I watch. And it's great. Quick update. I've obtained...
That was the update, Rich.
I got missiled.
Yeah, that seems about good.
Quick update. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for playing Space Quest.
Eat a potato chip.
Eat a potato chip.
I'm Lunchy just mentioned the Fargo TV show. I have not seen it yet. I want to.
Oh, okay.
I very much want to because it looks interesting and I love the movie.
Is this something that's on now?
Yeah, it was on for a season. I'm assuming it'll have a second season because I think it went over pretty well. I don't know much about it. I know it's not just like an adaptation. It's like different characters and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm curious. I'm curious about it. But I've not seen it yet. What were you going to say, Jack?
I don't know.
Did you forget already?
Was I in the middle of something? Matters.
You were about to say something, and then Rich went, "Wah!" And then we started talking about "Wah!"
Oh, and I thought that was a funnier joke than whatever I was going to say. So
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something more genuine.
I'm sure it was, but who cares? I'm sure it'll come up again. Someone is asking if I like The Residents, and I've never seen that, so I don't know.
That's a band, Resident.
Then no.
No, you don't like them.
Or I do, and I have never heard them. I don't know. I don't pay attention to music. Sorry. I like music. I like listening to music.
Oh.
You know I've been listening to a lot of lately because it gets me pumped. Aesop Rock.
Oh, yeah.
It gets me motivated.
Okay.
I listen to None Shall Pass. Because I find it motivates me. Like, oh. That
What?
is that for New Year's?
Possibly. It's also no one knows what we're talking about, but it's also possibly for the next best of the worst episode.
Oh.
Some clips.
Oh.
Possibly. Might not be needed. Capturing.
Sigurgar asks a very important question. Why does Jack only respond to questions about himself? Because I'm
Be
responding
weird
to
if he responded to questions about other people.
Right.
Wouldn't it?
I don't think you do you?
Well, if someone asks me a question, I will respond to the question.
Oh, of course.
And if someone asks...
And you are the one that's actually reading the chat.
And I'm reading the chat. And by the way, if you ask Rich a question, and I think it's a good question, I will ask Rich the question for you. But, and Jay is sometimes reading the chat, and so I will not ask Jay a question unless I find it particularly interesting, and then I will make sure he hears it. This is all I got, people. And for anyone... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Done. All right. See, for example, Gay for Jay asks Jack, where was Rich born? I know the answer to this. In a hospital.
What?
You're welcome.
You heard it here first, folks.
You are welcome.
I don't even remember what hospital I was born in.
Yeah,
I don't
I
remember.
would imagine you wouldn't remember. I don't remember either.
Right?
I can think if I know. I think I know.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get blown up this time.
Ooh, see, there we go. Clem Fandango asks a really good question. Rich,
Yeah.
are there spikes in this game?
No.
We're just done with that.
Ah, we're just done with that. I thought that was funny. I will always think it's
Who is
funny.
shooting all those fucking missiles at me? No idea. No idea.
I have not seen A Talking Cat, the movie.
I have not seen it either. We have a copy of it. Someone sent it to us.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's a movie. I've seen the trailer. It's directed by David Dakota, who did The Killer Eye, by the way. That guy makes like 10 movies a year.
God bless him.
But I have a feeling that's a movie that's funny, just like the fact that the title is A Talking Cat. I have a feeling the movie is not going to be terribly funny.
Sure.
But I haven't seen it, I can't say. I'm sure we'll watch it eventually. It's either for Best of the Worst or just some night
Yeah.
when we're
What?
bored. Who knows?
Did you die again?
Yeah, you die a lot in this game.
Is this the same mission?
No.
Sure.
I think it's on Netflix too, or it was. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, see, Colin asks a very interesting question. He says, Jack, ask Rich to ask me what my favorite gaming memory is. So, Rich, instead, I'm going to say, Rich, what is my favorite gaming memory?
Your favorite gaming memory is playing TIE Fighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
I couldn't come up with a joke fast enough.
No, that worked.
That's okay.
Sometimes, Rich, you just got to commit to it. Got to commit.
Oh yeah, so Talking Cat. I actually know this because I know weird things. The director David Dakota is next door neighbors with Eric Roberts, because Eric Roberts does the voice of the cat.
Sure.
So it was literally David Dakota just calling his neighbor,
Yep.
Eric Roberts, and saying, "Hey, can you record this voiceover? We'll do it in like 15 minutes." And so he just went over to his house and recorded it in his house
Yeah,
in like 20 minutes or something.
that's great.
And so Eric Roberts will apparently do anything.
Whiplash Game says, it's too bad Jack didn't realize the residence question was probably to ask about his comment on the Killer Eye movie.
No, that was Josh that made the Residents comment. Josh is the music guy. He commented because the
That
Residents,
makes sense.
their albums, they have their album covers. They have these giant eye heads.
Sure.
So at the end, when you see like the eye temple and all the eyes, Josh made a comment that it's the worst Residents album cover. So that was Josh. That was not Jack.
That would make sense. Josh knows a lot of things about music.
Yes.
Yes.
He knows lots of things about lots of things. That's why he's called the Wizard.
Oh shit! I died again.
Sure. Billy Hecka, what's your favorite game?
Did he ask you to ask him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought that was appropriate.
Sure. We'll talk about Twin Peaks some more. I feel like I've exhausted my love for Twin Peaks and talking about it.
Uh-huh.
Jack, would you ask me to ask you to ask the chat why the chat is asking us to ask other people in the same room to answer questions?
12. Oh, see, that's an interesting question. What episode of Twin Peaks should I show my friend to convince him to like it?
The first episode, the pilot, that's what gets you into it.
It has to be the pilot.
Yeah, that's what gets you invested in the mystery.
Yeah.
Mystery that should have never been solved, but they did. Due to studio pressure.
They do solve the mystery.
Yes.
The whole idea was that they were never going to. They were never.
Really?
The whole idea of the show was who killed Laura Palmer, but that was just a framework to hang all these characters and meet all these people.
Yeah.
And it was just never going to be resolved. It would just be something that would be in the background for the entire run of the show. But that is not something that's appealing to a network or to a general audience. So by the time the second season started, they were like, "You gotta wrap this up. You have to solve who killed Laura Palmer."
Right.
So about halfway through the season, they did that, and it was great. But then they had no fucking clue what to do next, and that show floundered for most of the second half of the second season.
So the show does have a resolution. It just overstays its welcome, basically.
That storyline has a resolution, which it never.
Right.
It wasn't intended to have. And then after that, they just had no idea what to do with it.
Yeah.
So that's when it really suffers, and it gets very bad for a while.
Yeah. But I think with any TV show, you kind of have to start with the first one, especially this one, which you need the mystery is the entire premise.
It introduces the mystery. It introduces all the characters properly. It's a great piece of filmmaking. Like, I mean, I think it was released in other countries as a film. They shot a different ending for it and released it just as its own standalone TV movie. And it's really effective as that. So.
Yeah.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
What?
Oh, it was just a long question. Big Ron asks,
Big Rod?
Big Ron
Okay.
J, mind out of the gutter.
I'm just making sure. I'm just trying to clarify that these people aren't writing filthy screen names.
Just asking general, like, how are you enjoying streaming video games? What made you start this? Is there anything you guys would like to achieve with this channel in the next 12 months? And I had to read that a couple times just to make sure that it wasn't like, click here to get more viewers.
Oh, sure.
One of those spams.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's fun. Play video games, talk, hang out. I never know what my goal is. I just go and do things. That's my problem in life. I need more goals.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you think my goal should be with the streaming channel? My targeting got... not my targeting, my piloting got shot. You can take, like, system damage. I couldn't steer it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat. But yeah, we have no goals. Like,
Right.
we're not going to like do some sort of like cheesy gimmick to get more viewers or subscribers or anything. Hopefully we'll just continue doing what we're doing and people like it. That's kind of what you do. So
Maybe we get better at it and it slowly grows. I don't know.
yeah, well, and hopefully we have been getting better at it as we learn the system. Obviously, you know, visually this stream is a bit of a clusterfuck, but mostly it's working. And as we get to know the software,
Our problem was we filmed a pre-rec episode before this, and we instead of like getting things to work beforehand.
it's true. We were working on the next pre-rec episode before the stream, and we got busy with that.
It's like, if you're gonna come out here, we may as well kill two birds with one stone. That kind of thing.
Absolutely. Exactly, Lucky Strikes. Our gimmick is being entertaining, hopefully.
Yeah. Semi-entertaining in a not too terribly entertaining way.
You know, we do try to entertain and tell stories, and
We mostly fail.
Mostly.
But that's okay.
Absolutely. Failure is always an option.
No, not the key. No. Oh, shoot.
I'm just hearing you quietly go, what?
And yeah, sometimes you guys ask weird questions, and I kind of love that, and it freaks me out sometimes. Reptoflux says, Jack, have you ever killed an elk? If so, with what weapon?
An elk killer.
You grew up in the country, I guess.
Sure.
It's pretty common there.
I guess. We don't have many elk here in Wisconsin. Especially southern Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Being targeted.
So no, I've never killed an elk.
Have you ever hit a deer driving through the country?
I've never hit a deer.
Really?
Knock
Yeah,
on wood.
knock on wood for that.
I fucking every time I see there's deer crossing signs, even like when I'm in like the suburbs and there's a deer crossing sign, I get so freaked out about hitting. Mostly because they'll fuck you up.
I don't know if I told this story before, but I was driving. I was visiting a friend out of town with Karen, and lived up in a rural area. And Karen was kind of feeling sick that day.
Yeah.
She had some kind of neck. I think she ended up finding out she had mono, but I ended up just driving on my own to a pharmacy to get her some medicine, and I'm just driving down this rural. I can't talk.
Rural road.
Rural road.
That's hard for
The old
anyone.
rural road.
And suddenly, the road turned like pink. The whole road.
Oh.
And I like half a block up, right in the middle of the road, was half a deer lying there. Like, that thing must have got hit by a semi at full speed.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know where the fuck the other half went, but literally half a deer. That's one of my two disgusting deer stories.
Okay.
This other time,
Oh god.
no cars are involved at all in this one. But I'm just walking through the forest preserve. I'm minding I used to like to go out just for walks
Sure.
when I was younger, teenage rich. So I'm just walking through the forest preserve, and I'm observing nature. I'm one with nature, and I saw off into the distance, like ways ahead of me, was just a deer leg, just a deer leg, and so I'm like walking along, and I'm kind of like staring at this leg. My head's kind of turning as I'm walking by, and I'm like, where's the rest of the deer?
A fine question.
And I'm pondering this, and I'm like, well. And then I turn back to look forward. I almost stepped in the rest of the deer. Like, literally in, because this deer was pretty rotten. So my foot almost went in a rotten deer chest cavity. So I took one large step, went over it, almost threw up, and I started walking home.
Oh.
This is the thing, by the way. Deer are big.
Yes, they do damage to your vehicle.
Yes.
Is this a common thing because your whole family grew up in the country, right? Is it a common thing now, like if you're home for the holidays or something, where when you're leaving they say watch out for deer?
No, I suppose.
No? My family does that because they live in the country too. And
Sure.
It's yeah. Whenever I'm leaving, watch out for deer, and they say it because everyone in my family has hit a deer at some point driving out there. Except, was this Easter this year?
Mm-hmm.
It might have been Easter. I carpooled with my sister to my parents for Easter, and as we're leaving, watch out for deer, watch out for deer. Everybody always says that.
Mm-hmm.
We're driving, and we're talking about how everybody always says that. And we're commenting on the fact that neither my sister nor me has ever hit a deer out there. Literally, right then, bam! We hit a fucking deer. Just as we're talking about the fact that neither of us have ever hit a deer.
You gotta love timing.
Yeah, it was perfect comedic timing. Luckily, it didn't do any damage to the car. The deer ran off, so the deer was apparently okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it has internal bleeding, and it died shortly after. Slow, painful death. But in my eyes, it gallivanted away, and it's okay.
Okay.
So
I like it.
That could have happened. It could have.
It could have.
By the way, Leftover Beefcake says Rich's deer story is now a Sony film starring James Franco. I thought that was pretty funny.
It was mildly funny.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
It was acceptable.
That's all we got. Mild entertainment.
You take what you can get.
Yep. No, and I mean, did your family also grow up in a rural area? I guess
You didn't grow up. They moved out there later.
And maybe that's the difference, where it's like, my family was from a rural area, and so it was just known. Like,
It wasn't okay.
Deer are just around.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But because
Even though they've been out there long enough now, where it should just be common, but it's still every time anyone's leaving, drive careful, look out for deer. They say it all the time.
because they're fucking everywhere.
It's true.
It's true. Also, if you guys would like to watch something adorable, go on YouTube and look up Deer.
Deer.
Deer. As if you were writing...
D-E-A-R-D-E-E-R?
Yep.
Okay.
As if you were writing a letter to a deer. Oh, what's her name? A comedian who's on Garfunkel and Oates. Kate McCucci?
I don't know.
She's a comedian. She plays a ukulele. She has a little song called Deer.
Is
It's
she
adorable.
a part of the duo of Garfunkel and Oates?
Yes.
So she's the shorter, dark-haired one?
Yes.
Okay.
And she has a cute little ukulele song called Deer.
Okay.
And it's adorable.
All right.
Minucci.
Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj has the song called Deer. And it's great.
That does not sound nearly smutty enough to be Nicki Minaj.
What'd you do?
I'm dodging missiles.
Oh my god. I could never make it as a TIE fighter pilot unless they had an elaborate system of catching all of my throw up. Do you see what's going on here? Like, just look at him spinning around.
Oh, God.
Maybe that's why they wear those masks. It's not a breather. It's just to catch all the throw up the TIE fighters have.
Oh, my God. This would make me barf. No one says barf anymore.
Barf.
I've always liked barf.
Barf, I just said it. You're wrong.
But you said it after I said nobody
I was
says
going to
I'm
say
the
it
first
anyway.
person to say it in 25 years.
It's true. That's really true. That's really true. For those asking what my favorite Hall and Oates song is, the answer is all of them. I find Hall and Oates to be incredibly underrated. Man, they had some good tunes.
Who's your favorite, Hall or Oates? Which one has the mustache? Is that Oates?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
I don't know. They're great though. This is an interesting question that the Rising Sun asks to us, Rich.
Yeah,
Is there...
I'm in dire straits here.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Rich might have to answer later.
Okay.
Go ask the question.
The question is there such a thing as a good, bad game? Much in the
Where
same
you play
way...
it because you have to play this game, it's so awful. Like
Yes.
watching a
I
bad
will,
movie.
if I ever play big rigs off the road racing, I will tell you.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that game.
Yep. There's that one. There's the one where there's like the Sons of Anarchy game, or where you play as a motorcycle outlaw guy that's supposed to be notoriously glitchy and bad. don't know. I don't know if you can enjoy it the same way you can enjoy a bad movie. Just because a bad movie is eventually over.
I just need to get out of
But
here.
a bad game...
And it's more of a pass that you're just watching it. You're not
Yeah.
experiencing it.
Yes.
I don't know.
So the answer is maybe. I'm trying to think of a good bad game, like a game that. But that's like, we watch bad movies for fun.
No, boob. Rambo Last Blood would not count because Rambo Last Blood is amazing and brilliant.
That's right.
It's deliberate. Whatever Rambo Last Blood is, it's deliberate.
Yes. They knew what they were making.
Right.
They had a vision.
The same with QWOP. Like.
Or QWOP, where it's like it's designed to be what it is.
Yeah.
This needs to be a game that just fails at whatever it was trying.
And you gain enjoyment from the failure
Yes.
of the game.
Which I would imagine would be difficult. It's not the same as enjoying a bad movie.
Right.
But I'm obviously not qualified to speak on video games, but I would imagine it would be harder to find something that works on that same level.
Right, where it's bad in such a perfect way that there's comedy to be had from its badness.
Yeah.
I cannot think of a good enough example because most of the time it's just frustrating.
Sure.
I mean, there are notorious ones, apparently, like the Superman 64 game. There was a Superman game for the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Notoriously bad.
I don't think that's entertaining, though.
Right. No, the AVGN game was just bad.
It was just bland.
Yeah, you're right. It was just bland. So yeah, there's just
People are saying Deadly Premonition.
people always talk about that game. I don't know.
That's
if
true.
they-
That's come up before, hasn't it?
That's just what you guys say when for anything. By the way, Deadly
The answer to everything
Premonition.
is Deadly Premonition.
Deadly Premonition. No, again, Don't Shit Your Pants was one of those games that was purposeful. Everything
Yeah.
about that game is purposeful.
It's stylistically designed to be that way.
You're right. Yeah, Real Horror Stories was hysterically inept game making, but
We were laughing
we were
while you were
laughing.
playing it.
Ooh, that might be a good
So,
example.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
But we're not sure whether or not that was designed to be that way, because somebody mentioned April 1st.
Oh
came out
yeah,
April
the game
1st.
was released on April 1st.
No, didn't I tell you? They got a hold of me.
Oh, no.
Who did? The Horror Story people?
The maker of Real Horror Stories Ultimate Edition sent me a YouTube message
What?
saying that they're big fans. I thought I've mentioned this on the stream
No, this is
before.
the first I'm hearing this.
I'm really sorry.
Wow.
Saying that, they saw that we streamed the game.
And they're terribly sorry.
We're sorry for creating the game.
They're big fans of Red Letter Media.
Oh, okay.
They said we were a bit harsh.
Oh,
Well, to be fair, we were a bit harsh.
We were. That's really true. And then he went on. I assume he went on to list reasons why we didn't like the game. It was
Okay.
meant for a younger audience. It was meant
okay.
to be played, like alone in the dark, a different experience. Utter bullshit. But this person was serious.
Okay.
Listing off a litany of excuses of why we played the game wrong, and it's actually a good game, which is all wrong. Bullshit. Well, first of all, now Twitch Plays Pokemon is saying we need to play Deadly Premonition. So, I don't know, maybe we do. I'll trust you, Twitch Plays Pokemon, because you made a really cool thing that I like. I don't know. That's
Is Deadly Premonition the game that people were saying reminded them of Twin Peaks, or is that a different game?
yes. Deadly Premonition is Twin Peaks, is what they're saying.
Okay. But it's bad?
Is it a bad game, or is
confused.
it like a Don't Shit Your Pants, where it's purposeful? This is the question. I will listen to Twitch Plays Pokemon. Sorry, Dick the Birthday Boy.
People are talking about this deadly premonition.
Yeah.
Japanese Twin Peaks. Know what that means?
These Twin
It means
Peaks.
it was made by the Japanese.
Okay, well, Mall Radical, I know you're cooler. I'll listen to you too, okay?
American Twin Peaks isn't really American.
Brian.
David Lynch makes foreign films in his own country.
Oh, was that you, Alejandrix42? I retweeted the drawing you made of Rich and I, of Spooky Rich and I. I didn't know that was you. I retweeted it. I thought it was cute. We're skeletons and we died because aliens were so bad. It's good.
We died because why?
Because aliens was so bad.
Alien
Oh.
Isolation.
Alien Isolation was so bad. Did you? Oh, you're not on the tweets.
That it made you died?
It made us die.
I see.
You're not on the Twitters.
No, I'm not.
Rich isn't on the Twitter, so he didn't see the thing I retweeted.
My goal's completed. I'm just getting out of here. No, I died.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A fearful sludge boy. Yes, I'm very familiar with J.R. Bookwalter. He actually distributed Mike and Rich's Oranges movie, which is now out of print. But I knew of him from high school because he produced a series of movies that were the first shot-on-video movies that I ever saw available in a video store. It's like, you can do this? And it kind of changed my life a little bit. So yeah, I appreciate J.R. Bookwalter. The first shot-on-video movie I ever saw that he produced was called Bloodletting, starring Tina Kraus, who later went on to be in our film The Recovered. So that was kind of a neat thing.
That's very neat.
He is somewhat inspirational, that J.R. Bookwalter. Although I don't know how many movies I've seen that he actually directed. I've seen lots of ones that he's produced. I've seen The Dead Next Door
Sure.
that he directed. I don't know if I've seen other ones that he's directed. More aware of the stuff he's produced. But yeah, you can shoot a movie on video and get it into a video store. It was a big day in my life when I discovered this. And they were bad movies.
Right.
Bloodletting's an okay little movie.
Mm-hmm. We just didn't have. We didn't have a video store. We didn't have a little video store.
Yeah.
We
just
only
had like Blockbuster
we had the
or
Blockbuster,
somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I there was lots of independent little video stores around me growing up. It was a wonderful time.
Sure.
Even as a kid, I hated Blockbuster. Like, and I didn't know it had nothing to do with like I didn't understand the idea of like a bigger like corporate chain. Like, and that didn't even register to me. I just didn't like it. It felt more sterile, and they didn't have the weird stuff. And even as a kid, I didn't like Blockbuster.
Yep. Not until I moved into the city
Yeah.
and video stores began to die out.
Oh, sure.
And there was a great little video store right down the street from us. The first, like a little flat. Now, my now wife and I had in the city, and there was a store right down the street from us, and it was fantastic. And they had all
nice.
sorts of weird movies and DVDs. And it's just like, this is why people love video stores.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like 6 months later, they went out of business because every video store went out of business.
That's too bad.
And it was beautiful.
Favorite video store growing up. It was there every Friday night. It was Dollar Video. And they had a cult section. That's how I discovered John Waters. That's how I
Sure.
discovered David Lynch. Weird French movies, like all sorts of crazy stuff. But they never had. There's a couple movies that I always wanted to see once I started to get interested in like cult movies and different types of filmmakers. They didn't have John Waters' film Female Trouble,
Okay.
which I'd always heard was his best movie, and they didn't have Eraserhead. Those were my two movies that I could not find anywhere.
That seems weird.
And then when I moved to Milwaukee, there was in the, you remember the Prospect Mall?
Yeah.
They had a video store, and they had Female Trouble. I rented it immediately. Like, that's the first thing I did when I moved up here. And they had a card. It was like that you had cards, and you took the card up to the register, and then they gave you the VHS tape. They had the card for Eraserhead, but they never had the movie. I don't know if it was like someone rented it and never bought it back or what. So that was, for the longest time, Eraserhead was like my holy grail. Like, I need to see this movie.
Jay moves to the big city.
I moved to the big city, and I get to see the John Wattis films and Eraserhead. But I finally saw Eraserhead because a friend's roommate had like a VHS copy that they let me borrow, so I finally saw it.
There's
And
still
it was everything I hoped for.
What is the one in River West Film and Video?
Oh yeah,
It's still a little video store in River West.
Is that still there?
It's as far as I know.
Okay, I haven't been that way in a while, like a couple of years
I've
probably.
been up there, but I believe they still rent VHS,
Okay, that's good.
which is strange.
I mean, there's some stuff that's not available any other way.
True.
There's some stuff that never made it to DVD.
Oh yes, Atlas is Dead. I have seen Artemis Bridge Simulator. Rich, have you seen that?
Bridge Simulator? No, I have not.
It's like an FTL, but it's from a first-person point of view. And so, like, you know, Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah.
Like how they had an entire bridge.
Mhm.
You have to control stuff, but you're in a first-person point of view, so you actually have to like walk around to different sections to control them.
Huh.
It looks interesting. Show Rich now. I will show him after the stream. Yes. I'm not going to stop the stream to show. It does look very interesting. We'll see how it pans out. A Pixar of video games. Elaborate on that question, The Rising Sun.
Makes generally great video games. Who's that? Do they want to know who we think is that? I don't.
Who do you think is the
Pixar
Pixar of video games?
I don't know if there is one.
Yeah, but Pixar is also... They have a specific niche, and they are very good at 3D animation. Like, that's the thing, where it's like... So I think your question is a little more complicated than you mean.
Is there anybody though who you would trust 100% every game they came out with?
I mean, you can say that about Pixar now when it comes to movies. For a while there, they were pretty
Oh,
reliable.
sure.
Sure. I don't know.
Clay always tends to have a good game.
Clay's interesting.
Mark of the Ninja, Shank 1 and 2,
Yep.
Invisible Ink.
Yeah. Yeah, that Clay is pretty good. I obviously really like Edmund McMillan, who did Super Meat Boy, Binding of Isaac, Time Fakak, and and other such Flash games. Yeah, Valve has always put out good stuff.
Well, I guess we can also, though, people who made good games like Pixar, but then have started to falter in recent years. id?
What are they doing now?
I think they're owned by somebody else. I don't think Carmack
sure.
is involved anymore.
Naughty
So,
Dog.
like, Lasseter went on to head Disney and kind of left Pixar. John Carmack has left id Software.
Sure. Oh, that's funny.
I know Rage wasn't the most popular game in the world, but before Rage, there was Wolfenstein 3D that I played before Doom came out, and I was amazed by Wolfenstein 3D, which is like the old Windows Maze screensaver with Nazis.
Oh yeah.
Then they came out with the Dooms and then Quake. They could do no wrong for a long time. id, and then kind of like Rage and sequelitis.
Sure. I don't know. I guess yeah, that's a weird question. Pixar of games, and it's not just that like making niche games that are always good, but making niche games that are always good.
Well, see, id made the niche games that became mainstream. They
true.
created the damn first-person shooter.
So then I guess it would be it.
Yeah.
Because that's what Pixar did. They made
The
3D animation.
Quirky, independent.
Yeah.
Ish. Got bought by somebody else, and then things started to go downhill.
There you go.
I think somebody bought out id. I could be wrong.
There you go. I think that sounds right then. It's id. Made something new and different.
Alright, we're taking a break and then doing something different?
Where was that?
In the back.
Oh. Oh, that would be appropriate. It was cold back there.
Yeah.
Are we doing what?
Taking a break and then playing a different game?
Sure, we can do that. Hey guys, we're gonna take a break and play a different game. So get out of here, Rich, because you gotta stop the stream.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am.
You're in charge now.
I know. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Bethesda bought it. They're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, they want you to scan more container ships. We'll play something else. Oh God, you guys.
Well, are you guys? You know, well, I'll take the break. We'll read the chat.
Yeah.
Are you guys loving TIE Fighter, or do you want to see something else? That's the question I propose to you. But we're going on break now. Thank you. Bye bye.